Hello everybody and welcome back to another video from Little Elf. Right, today we are doing 18 miscellaneous cards that new players should get first. 6 epics, 6 rares, and 6 commons. Okay, these are kind of fairly easy to get, and that a new player should definitely get, as it's going to help them much further in the run. Okay, starting off here with Testudo formation. Super strong, very old card too. On the return, your opponent's cards, whatever they are, gain 48 and cost +3 this round. In a big, heavy week, this can get so good so quick. I mean, this is a really good card. In modern day meta, it's pretty easy to get from trading. So if you're a new player, you should definitely target this as one of your epics. But don't sleep on Nalajoot. Probably the hardest card to get in this list, but still pretty easy. People don't know what this is worth sometimes. I mean, on the draw, your cards in hand cost -1 energy and gain 15 permanently. And then on the play, the card opposite this loses 50, and the cards adjacent to this lose 50. So play it on the left or right, and that will be basically nothing. So that's just a really nice instant permanent buff that a lot of the meta decks use. So you're going to be using this at the start of the game, all the way to the Shinigami Minerva decks, which is super nice to see. We also have John Ernest World-Keely. He's so important if you want to have a good Ocean deck. And on the play, if this is your only history card in your deck, your Ocean Sea cards will have the gain 16 until played. This isn't worth that much anymore, which means it's easier to get. And if you ever want to think about making some great decks, Oceans and Seas is probably I would say the second best collection. I know that's glazing, but so good. You do really need this card, and you can get it cheap. I would recommend this maybe for last out of all these cards here, but yeah, still good as for a new player if you're planning to play Oceans. Art Deco. Now this is such a reliable card. This works with any deck and is worth almost nothing nowadays. 6 for 70. On the play, this card gains 20 permanently and you gain 1 energy permanently. Even better in low energy weeks, but this can work any day in the league with your miscellaneous decks. And nowadays you can get this really easily, which would be super nice buff for you. And I also included one kind of event card, so you guys probably know about events. Events are a great way to progress, and an extremely good event card is Assassin Bug. On the return, a random opponent's card in hand costs +7 energy for 2 turns. The fact that events are normally super low energy, and also they're way shorter than regular league games, mean this 2 turns is really effective. This is such a strong card for events, so that's why I put that in. And last one, I put a hold card in, Sidonia. I would believe this is the best hold card in the game, and still pretty easy to get because space isn't very good at the meta right now. On the start, this card gains 15 and costs +1 energy until played. Obviously, it does start off for 10 for 0, but the more you hold it, the stronger it will get. Okay, onto the rare section. We have another ancient card, the Hope Diamond. On the play, your cards in hand with 46 or more base power gain 45 this turn. That's so big. That's basically like 50. And if and 46 isn't that hard to do. Obviously, it doesn't buff the Hope Diamond, so max you can get is 95. I'm pretty sure. No, 90. Yeah, the max you can get is 90, but still super strong buff considering this is just a rare. You also have Both. We just call him Both. Bothrio Lepis. Both. On the play, if your deck contains 14 or more different cards, different collections, which for most new players will, because it's a mix of different cards. Your cards, wherever they are, gain 10 until played, and this card gains additional 10 permanently. That gets super strong towards the end of the game. Really, really good card. That card gets strong to the end of the game, but also it's just super good in these like mixed new player decks and pretty easy to get. Card. Now this is a pretty hard card to get. On the play, if it's round 2 or 4, your non-payload cards, wherever they are, gain 12 until played. That is beautiful, especially if that's your only payload card in that deck. All your cards will get 12 on the 2nd and 4th round. Really good card that is, Kartoth. I really like cards. And probably the most valuable rare at the moment, Argentavis. You should really try to get this one because, again, this is going to last you in the Minerva decks. No, not the Minerva decks. It's gonna last you in kind of Planet X. Oh, not what am I on about? In 444 and stuff like that. Argentavis, on the play, for every non-face and flyer card in your hand, this card gains 15 permanently. That gets up to 60, I believe, which is super strong. Well, I also included a lock card for some fun, and Cockatrice, really easy to get and super fun to play. On the return of opponent's random card in hand, locked for 2 turns. That is really effective, especially in an event too. And I put one really meta card right now. This works with Xiao P, Sea People, Minerva. Super useful, but this is probably very hard to get. Pedro II of Brazil. Your cards in hand gain 20 until played, but if you on the turn, your opponent gains 20 next turn. Sorry, excuse me. Well, yeah. So try to lose the round, but it's not super. You shouldn't worry about it that much. Okay, now we're into the common section. These will be the easiest for you to get, most beneficial, but for me the hardest to make a list about. So we have Florist Man. I've put this one on because if you ever want to play Mono Palo, this is a super useful card, and get it early before, because otherwise it's a bit of a faff on. For every paleontology card in your deck, this card gains 3 permanently. And if you want to build early Mono Palo, which I've seen a couple people play, this is extremely essential. Even though I will say early Mono Palo is not that good. Although if we're talking really early Mono Palo, it's okay. We also have Grenaders. Now I put this one in because I was struggling, and also great card for Mono Oceans. On the play, if your deck contains 8 or more Ocean Sea cards, those wherever they are lose 5 until played, and this card gains 70 permanently. That starts really racking up by the second time you play it. Starts getting really strong. Yeah, and considering it's just a basic limited, it's super easy to get and pretty effective, pretty good card. Right, Dead Drops. Pretty sure most people get this one right off the bat, and if you do, then use this. So strong. On the draw, a random card in your deck gains 50 this turn, and this card loses 50 this turn. So don't play it straight away. Let the other card take the 50, and then play it. Such a good card. That's a 50 plus buff for just a regular common card. So good. Make sure you're playing Dead Drops. Okay, and I've also included a combo for you guys, Heart and Soul Nebula. That buffs the heart and that buffs the soul. That gives 60 until played. If you're really beginning, then that combo is really useful. And lastly, what I think is the best, just common, just regular common card, Forget Me Not. If you lost the turn, this card gains 60 until played. So that gets up to 100 for 60. I wouldn't say this is the best one, but it's still really good. Well, that is all the cards here. You should probably prioritize the epic ones. Pick one, depending on your play style. If you're looking to play more broad, Art Deco and Nalajute are good choices. So is Testudo if you're planning to play pretty big decks. Assassin's Bug if you want to really play for events. Sidonia if you're planning to hold. John if you're Oceans. For the rares, I would just go for all of them. They're super useful. All of them. And for the commons, you should just get them all before, because they will eventually be useful. Each one of these will have a purpose. Forget Me Nots you can drop first, then you can drop the combo first, then Forget Me Nots, then Dead Drops, and then Florist Bands you can use a bit later in the game. Well, that was my cards for new players. Let me know in the comments if I missed out any, and thank you guys for watching. Goodbye!